What's up, guys? Just got to the pool. I have a light swim tonight. Couple days post IMAC here. I feel like this shot is framed really weird, but one take show, we're just gonna go with it. I just realized I forgot my swim bag. I have all my gear, but I don't have a suit. All I have is gear. That's it. Goggles and a cap. No suit, no towel, nothing. So I'm gonna go home. So right across the street from my health club, there's a Starbucks. And I had two options when I was pulling out of the health club. I could go home and edit this vlog from 70.3 Atlantic City, which I have to put the finishing touches on and then get it uploaded. Or I could go across the street to the Starbucks and edit there and then get the finishing touches put on and upload. Out of those two choices, going home was the one that I wanted to do most. For some reason, I'm still pretty tired post Atlantic City. I think my body is just realizing that this season has finally come to an end and that I am actually done, and so my body is just ready to recover for right now. So I really just wanted to go home, but as you can see, I made the decision to go hit the Starbucks because I knew if I went home I would just sit on the couch and probably not do this editing and play with the puppy, and that's pretty much it. That would be that, and then it would get to be like 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30, and I would start doing the editing late. So as much as I didn't want to come across the street to go to the Starbucks to do the editing, I am here to get the edits done instead of going home. What's up, guys? So I finished the edits on the Ironman Atlantic City vlog. It took a little bit longer than I anticipated, but I'm trying to get a little bit better / like a little bit more advanced at the editing, so I wanted to take my time and make it look really good. It is posted, it's live, so if you want to take a look, it's on my YouTube channel. So to wrap up tonight's video, I apologize, I'm trying to find the picture. I wanted to do a Q&A. So I put out a post on Instagram, probably like about a week or so ago. And I wanted to just answer some questions for you guys. Questions related to Tri, questions related to weight loss, questions just related to life in general, whatever it may be. So I got a couple questions on there, which is awesome, and so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to answer them right now. Just loading. Okay, so that completely cut off, and I don't think it got any of the questions that I had previously recorded, so let's start this. Sana, I believe is how you pronounce your name, Sana. If it's not how you pronounce your name, I'm very sorry. So Sana asks, she says, I'm flat-footed. Her ankle hurts a lot when she does cardio, wants to lose weight. Cardio is the best option, but her ankle starts to hurt, so what kind of workout would I recommend? Kind of workout I would recommend is anything low impact. So I would recommend walking, I would recommend cycling, or I would recommend swimming, elliptical, rowing. Anything low impact would probably help that a little bit. Now the other thing I would recommend is, I would recommend that you go to a store, a running specific store, and I would have them fit you for the appropriate pair of shoes. Your shoes could potentially be causing the issue. So I would try low impact, some of the low impact exercises that I just said, but I would also go and get fitted for a pair of shoes. I think that would help alleviate the pain in your ankle. And it could be something as simple as getting an insole. It could be an entire new pair of shoes. But the only way to find out is to go to a professional who's going to be able to help you with that. So, next. This one is from John, and it says, did you approach your sponsors or did they approach you? So it was kind of, it was like I approached them, but I had a relationship, I guess you could say, with them prior to me coming on as a sponsored athlete. So I was a customer for all of my sponsors before I became a sponsored athlete from them. So I really believed in their products, and I built a relationship with some of the people at those companies prior to me reaching out and saying, hey, I want to be a sponsored athlete. So I reached out to them, but I also had a relationship, and I built a relationship with them first, and I think that that's really important. And I think that you should like the product. I don't understand how people use products that they don't really truly believe in just because they're getting a paycheck or they're getting free stuff. So that's just me, but that's how it is. And the other thing that I've learned is there's a lot going on as far as social media, Instagram, Facebook, everything like that. So if you're waiting for somebody to reach out to you to, strike up a deal, conversation, whatever it may be, you could be waiting a very long time and it may never happen. So I would reach out if it's something that you're looking to do, because the worst thing that's going to happen is they could say no. This is from Ryan. And Ryan asks, the thing you cannot live without in your special needs bag. He's doing his first full in about a month and he's still learning. So Ryan, in full disclosure, I have not done a full Ironman yet. So I haven't done a race where I would have a special needs bag. That being said, my best piece of advice for your special needs bag is don't put anything in there that you would be upset about not getting back, because the process to go about getting your special needs bag back if you don't take it during the race is a little annoying, and it's not necessarily difficult, but it's just like they throw all the special needs bags into like a giant auditorium and you have to go through them and pick through them one by one. So if you put anything in there, tubes, CO2 cartridges, anything like that, just make sure it's stuff that, if you don't get it, you're going to be okay not having it. The other thing that I've heard, and I really liked this idea, is I heard you could have, your wife or your kids or your significant other, family, friends, whoever it may be, you can have them write you little notes, and you can put them in the bags. You can have them put them in the bags prior to starting the race. You don't look at them until you're grabbing your bike gear bag, your special needs bag, your run bag, whatever it may be. And that way you have a nice little note from someone who means a lot to you while you're going through this journey of a full Ironman. I thought that was a fabulous idea. And so I would suggest doing that for your bags. Let me see. I'm down about 60 pounds. I've never done any weight training. Can you suggest some tri-specific weight exercises? So tri-specific weight exercises, anything that is going to focus on the muscles that you're going to use during a tri. Squats, leg press, leg extensions, hamstring curls, any sort of rows where you're using your lats, any sort of tricep exercises, tricep dips. That's about all I can think of for right now. Just kind of, spitballing off the top of my head. Anything that, if you think about the sports that you're going to be doing and the muscles you're going to be using. So if you think about the swim, you're going to be using your chest. So any sort of chest press is going to be really good. Dumbbell flies, then you're going to go into your triceps. You're going to be using your triceps and your biceps. So any sort of bicep curls, dumbbell extensions, tricep push downs, the cable push downs or pull downs, and then anything that's using your lats as well. So normally like a lat pull down, or any kind of bent over row would be good. And then all the exercises that I listed for your legs, including calf raises. So those are all good exercises good weightlifting exercises for triathletes, or anyone who's looking to, use weights to kind of build their strength in triathlon. Excuse me. Cherish asks for breathing techniques for running. She says she loves to run, but she feels like her breathing is holding her back. So I would try to breathe in while your right foot is hitting the ground, and then breathe out while your left foot is hitting the ground. So that can help control your breathing, as far as like a timing aspect. Now, the other way that you can control your breathing is you can slow your pace down and get your breath under control at that slower pace, and then work your way up. It's not going to be fun, but it is one of those things that's going to help you. And one of the common misconceptions is that if you want to be fast, and you want to get used to running fast, you should run fast. And it's actually quite the opposite. And in order to get fast, you actually have to train slow. So I would train at that lower intensity, get my breath under control down there first, and then try to pick up the pace and get my breath under control as I'm running a little bit faster. I think that's what you were talking about as far as breathing techniques, Cherish, but if not, please send me a direct message, and I will answer your question more specifically if that's not what you were looking for. There was another question I had from somebody. It was asking about, do I still drink alcohol right now? Or did I completely stop drinking alcohol? So I will still have a beer. The only thing I stopped drinking was wine, but that wasn't really by choice. It was because I had to. I would get like a weird stomach ache from the wine, and I think it was the acidity in the wine. But I haven't tried it since. So, but yes, I used to, I still have a beer. I still have Tito's and soda is my go-to. Actually, Tito's and water is my go-to. So yes, I do still have drinks. But it's funny when I get into my big training blocks. Like I had a training session leading into Atlantic City where I trained for probably about 5 hours, 6 hours, like in the course of like 24 hours by the time it was all said and done. And I just didn't have the taste for beer that weekend. So I do still consume alcohol, and I'm okay with, consuming alcohol while I'm training. I dial it back a lot when I'm training, and it's more, I just don't have a taste for it. So I think it's a personal preference, and really, if you just, keep it under control, I don't see any problems with that whatsoever. I think this is the last one I have here. So it says, it's a one thing to lose 100 pounds. It's another to pull off age group wins. What are some things you would say made you get so much faster? So, it's time. You have to put in the time. There's really just no other way around it. It is consistency. It's training in the lower heart rate zones. It's building that endurance base. It's doing the things that you don't want to do, but are going to make you faster. It's not the sexy, fun track workouts and putting down massive time and watts and power on the bike. I mean, it is those things, don't get me wrong, but when you are first starting out, it is not those things. It's about staying consistent. It's consistency over perfection. It's doing the things that are not fun in the very beginning, but are going to help you build a good, solid endurance base that you can then build off of. If you try and shortcut it and you go around the consistency over perfection, which is something that I learned from another trainer, Mike Vacanti, and I've just adopted, into my own. if you try and shortcut it and you try and work your way around it and you just try and get faster in a short period of time, it's not going to work and you're going to end up injured, because it did happen to myself. So you have to just stay consistent, and put in the work and build that base. And then you can start piling on, smashing out lots of high power for longer periods of time, and those track workouts of 800 repeats, 400 repeats, mile repeats, and the possibilities are endless as far as what you can do to build speed. But my first recommendation is to build your endurance base first, and get a good solid endurance base under you prior to trying to build up that speed. So I thank you guys very much for watching and for submitting your questions. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to find my cadence here as far as Q&A videos go, so please leave me some feedback down below in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.